What's good? What's good? Welcome to Epic Entertainment Critics. I'm Antoine. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I put out a little video. It was Bill Burr talking about the WBA and feminism and all that stuff, and it got a nice little response and got some. I got some. I got some a lot of comments on that, and I just kind of like, okay, yeah, I got some other thoughts, and there's some other people that I like that I listen to, and I like to dissect what they talk about or whatever. And Andrew Tate is one of them. Now I didn't know who he was for a while. Now he's been out there for a couple of years, for a few years, and I just really recently started to see him pop up in my feed, and I really like and respect this dude. I don't agree. Of course, I don't agree with everything he say, but that's cool because you don't supposed to agree with everything somebody say. But I agree with a lot of stuff he said, and I really like how he presented. Now I know a lot of people wrote him off as he a alpha male red pill guy, and that's stupid. You should listen to people. Don't just say, "Oh." I had somebody say, "Oh, you sound like a red pill guy." Like, really? If he a red pill guy, then I'm Morpheus because I'm giving the red pills. Because I was like, yeah, I really respect what this dude be saying, and if you really pay attention, sometimes he's more like he kind of do a little theatrics when he talk, and sometimes he break character, which is cool because that's what this is, social media and all that. You got to kind of present a character, because if you just get on there and talk boring, a lot of people is not going to really, you can't keep people attention like that. And I think some people misread some of his theatricalities as being, oh, he's so arrogant. So I got some clips of this show. It's called Standout TV. It's an Instagram model that goes on. Well, I guess she kind of talked to people about dates. Like it's supposed to be open dialogue about the dating market. And she's like an Instagram model. She's a beautiful British chick. She look kind of. She got like a olive color to her skin. She kind of looked Latin, but she is British. But I'm just saying, like, maybe she might look a little Latin, but I'm not sure what ethnicity she is. But she is good looking. But I really don't really like her. When I watched half of this, so I'm gonna kind of react to it. Now I'm gonna do some discussion. I had some people complain that they want to see me just react, and I don't just react. I watch things and I discuss what I think about it. Now, if you look for a reaction, there's channels out there for that, but I like to do discussion. So if you like to hear real dialogue about stuff, stick around. If you just want to see a reaction, somebody eyes get bug-eyed and laugh and fall out their chair or whatever, that ain't me. Sorry. So I'm gonna look at this little this thing with Andrew Tate talking to Chian Reynolds. I guess I didn't say her name. Her name's Chian Reynolds, and for what I heard, I don't like her. And I ain't gonna say. I think a lot of times these she's an Instagram model. She probably get dudes worship the ground she walk on or whatever. And I think a lot of these girls do not like dudes that actually teach other dudes to be more confident. And that's because that's less dudes that's going to be worshiping the ground they walk on, So I'm going to watch a little bit. This is some of the best of moments of that show because it was like an hour long. So I'm not going to do the whole thing. It's like 15 minutes. I'm going to just kind of watch some stuff, and then I'm going to come in and out on there and comment on it. So let me watch a little bit of this Andrew Tate talking to Chian Reynolds. I think they was kind of like on a date, and they going to kind of talk about how they feel about male and female interactions and all that stuff. So check this out, and then I have a little discussion.
If you're a pretty female, even if you're a piece of shit person, you're going to get messages on Instagram.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're a good-looking man who lives with his mother, you ain't getting any messages.
No, really?
I think so. I think that if you're a good-looking man, that's all you have going for you, I don't think you're going to succeed very well in life. Yeah. I know there's very, very pretty girls who have nothing else going for them that manage to do very, very well.
Yeah.
Do you play chess?
I'm okay at it.
But if you look at the chessboard, right, the
don't know
queen
how to
gets
play
to jump
chess.
all over the board, and the king has to move one square at a time. And I think that's done very purposefully. If you go to Monaco and you see a yacht and you see a man on that yacht, he had to work his entire life and network his entire life and get up early and deal with stress and tax problems and police problems and work his ass off to buy that boat. What did the girl have to do? The girl who's on that boat, the 19-year-old Ukrainian. She had to get a message on Instagram. Boom. So the man moves one square at a time and the queen just jumps on board. This is the point. Female beauty is extremely valuable.
The thing is, there's a difference between a high-value man and a high-value woman.
I'm gonna speak on that real quick. That was some game right there. if you didn't pick that up, that was some game right there. Like he said, now if you play chess, I play chess. The king move one piece at a time. The female can move anywhere on the board. Female's a valuable piece if you play chess. I don't really move my queen like that when I play chess. But some people, that's what they. If you take their queen, they ain't got nothing. I mean, they ain't really good in chess. But he made that such a good point. Look how hard you got to work to get that damn yacht and deal with all this stuff. And a female just got to look good. So you mean to tell me we go through the equal amount of struggles? No. A man got to work his ass off, and a woman just got to look good. Let that sink in. So, you know, I just think that was game right there. Where he just dropped right there. And, of course, it went in one ear out the other to her because she's a beautiful lady, and she used to getting what she want, whatever. Let's push on because it's like 15 minutes, and I want to get to there's some other stuff he said that I really like, and I want to get to that. So let me push on with this.
For me, a high-value woman is what kind of mother is she? What kind of like compassion has she got? You know, has she got integrity? Has she got morals? Is she loyal? Like all these other qualities. But I feel like men base it on like just an aesthetic level.
I agree with you. If I meet a female, I would like her to be all those things, especially loyal. It's the most important thing for a female to be.
Are you loyal?
Mr. Loyal, man of God, we already talked about church. But the point is that to initially attract a mate, females, the most important thing for them is their looks, whereas a man, I think, is his status, and status is a far more varied spectrum than looks alone. Being good-looking alone does not make you a high-status male. To be a high-status male, you need to have a bunch of things. Initially, if you're just pretty, you're going to get attention, whereas a man, you need to have a bunch of things to just get attention. Do you understand? Do you agree with my point?
Not always. Listen, there's men that are funny that aren't that attractive that can get attention. It's like an energy thing.
I disagree.
You disagree?
I disagree. I know what you're saying. They can get attention, but I don't think anyone would look at a funny guy who lives with his mom and call him a high-value male. Whereas if you get a really, really beautiful girl, even if she has nothing else going for her, she'd be considered high-value.
I wouldn't say high value, no.
Yeah, we can disagree.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in real quick because, like I said, I'm going to try to keep my little things short, my interruptions short, because I had people complain, oh, you keep stopping it. So what she and she kind of getting on my nerves because she's trying to disagree, but she know he's spitting straight facts, and I hate when people do this. They want to disagree, even though they know you just dropped the bomb on them, and you can tell by the look on their face they really just came to the realization that you just, you know what I'm saying, you hit them with some facts, and she's trying to say, he's saying that a beautiful woman can have high value even when she ain't got shit. That doesn't work for the male. And not really. Yeah. Yes, because a beautiful woman could be living in the projects in a shitty slum. If a dude drive by and see that beautiful woman, like, I'm gonna take her out of this. You know what I'm saying? Now, a good-looking guy in the slums that's got shitty clothes on, a girl gonna be like, damn, he look good, but look where he at. I'm out. So he's spitting facts, and she's trying to disagree, and she needs to just stop because she's making herself look stupid. All right, let me push on.
Agree? That's fine.
Are you a good partner?
The best.
The best. What makes you the best?
Besides you,
Fine.
no, unacceptable.
Why is it unacceptable?
A body count is probably the #1 most easiest way to judge the value of a female. I actually think that no, I'm going to say this. I think 99% of the world's problems, and no one's going to understand this, but if you can extrapolate, if you can listen to this statement and extrapolate it out towards society at large, I think 99% of the world's problems would be solved if females walked through life with their body count on their forehead. Because it would prevent all of the disintegration of morals. It would prevent so many things about the world.
But you know what, Liz, like...
Money isn't real. If you know what you have, you don't have much. And once you reach a certain level of money, you don't even know what you have. And you certainly don't own what you have. Outside entities, which you may have a stake in, own what you have. People who have a lot of money understand. It's very difficult for me to even say how much money I have, but I can have anything I want, anytime I want.
No, seriously, this guy is so toxic.
So, okay, I disagree. That's one thing I do disagree with. Now, I know that I've been seeing stuff on the podcast like Fresh and Fit and all that. And I'll probably do a couple videos on them later down the line, but the body count thing. I kind of disagree about that because I feel like now you don't want somebody that's like me personally, I wouldn't want to date like a stripper or a prostitute or something like that. But my thing is, I can't really hold somebody past against them. It's what you're doing now what's important to me, And how do I know how many people you slept with? Because you could tell me 5 and it can be 500. Now, people say, oh, there's ways you know it. No, you don't know. You don't know. It depends on how. Now, I mean, you could suspect if a girl act a certain way, but you don't know. So I disagree with that, but then also I believe that he's kind of being theatrical right now. When he said that, women should have their body count for it, he's fucking with her. And actually, if you watch the whole thing, he said before that, he said he was going to kind of fuck with her just to kind of rile her up or whatever. So I believe that he was fucking with her with that. And because I don't think he really believed it. I think he played into the character at some points. Some points, because if you pay attention, he'll drop some straight knowledge, and then he'll say something crazy off the wall like that. And it's like, oh, this guy just crazy. No, he's fucking with you. If you can't tell the difference when he kind of fucking with you or just being serious, because sometimes he'll say something crazy like that, and then sometimes he'll kind of laugh and break character and then start talking regular again. So that's kind of a character, which is cool because he's doing a lot of social media. You gotta kind of put on a character. So I'm cool. I'm cool with that because I can see through when he's being theatrical and he's bullshitting to when he's actually being serious. The fact that people can't see through it is actually, I think they can, but it works for their argument to point out when he does stuff like that. So, and I'm show this one part where she's kind of doing her little, he's so toxic, bull crap. And the way she was looking at him, I think she want to fuck him. But let's push on.
And the only kind of people that listen to his kind of his advice are broke men or heartbroken men that are insecure.
I think that if a man...
let me jump in before I move on. Only people that listen to his advice are broke men. See, I just think she ain't smart enough to see through when he's bullshitting and he's serious. As you see, he said, if you watch this whole thing, he said, I'm gonna fuck with her a little bit, kind of rile her up a little bit. And she can't see through when he's fucking with her or just being serious. I can take everything he say, I can find out everything he being serious about and everything he's being theatrical and joking about in this whole discussion. I can tell. The fact she can't tell is telling me something about her intelligence. But let's push on.
Man has options over a long... I watched American Pie the other week, and I thought that would have been the best time to be alive. Like 2003. Like, you can still call the people you care about if it's a real emergency, but no one's glued to their phone. Yeah. No one's scrolling social media. No one's trying to take an Instagram picture. Everyone's just at the crappy party, enjoying the crappy party. Like, if you go to Dubai and you look around the bar, half the people aren't having fun. They're just purely trying to get Insta stories to look like they're having fun. So it's pure like, ha, 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 ha. Okay, so I think that a lot of people now are doing things not because they enjoy them, because other people will think they're having fun, and it's more about creating envy as opposed to actually enjoying yourself. If you go on a really fun night out, you don't take your phone out. So when I see someone who went on a night out and took 20 stories dancing and laughing and having a great time, I know they're bored.
Yeah, they're not in the moment.
Do you know what I mean? Because if you really have a great night out, you don't take any stories and you forget to check your phone. Social media has completely and utterly changed the world. It's changed the way that we function. It's changed the way that we go out. It's changed even the places we go. Social media now runs the world. We live in an attention society, and people will do anything for attention because attention is a currency, and you can turn attention into money. Jake Paul is not rich because he's a boxer. He's rich because he used the attention he gets and monetized it via boxing. So in the attention economy we now live in, you have to understand that your attention is valuable, especially as a man. And women are out here today trying to extract your attention from you without returning anything. That's what the male-female friendship is. In the old days, man would give attention in return for sex. But nowadays, men just give attention and don't get any sex back. And that's what you have to be very, very careful of. Your attention is extremely valuable. So for all the men out there, if you're following a woman and you have zero chance of fucking her and she ain't replying to your DMs, stop following her.
Facts. And this is what I'm saying. So this is why I don't like this Chian chick. Oh man, to listen to him or broke and shut up. Because please listen to this dude. This is the kind of shit I've been saying. I've been saying this before I knew who this dude was. I've been saying this same shit. So you want to call me whatever, I don't care. This is real facts. Stop worshiping the ground they walk on. Stop putting them on that high pedestal. You know, they're not returning anything to you for attention or anything. And they always on Facebook posting all these pictures and every time I see somebody, and I'm not saying any names, but it's people I know, they post pictures on Facebook or whatever, and first thing they got is and if you go to the comment section, about 100 dudes, oh, you so gorgeous, oh, you so beautiful, oh, I want to drink your bath water, oh, I want to lick your toe. Oh, come on, man. All right, and and some of them look good and some don't, and it's okay to comment on a woman's beauty, but look how much you're doing. So they got thousands of messages, of thousands of comments of dudes saying how fine they are. Even when dudes don't even think they fine, even they be like, oh yeah, she look cool. So you got certain girls that post pictures, multiple pictures every day, you know, and I'll be like, okay, enough. I got to a point where I ain't start putting bad stuff up there, but sometimes I'm looking for bad comments. I seen somebody put a trash emoji on this one girl, like trash. And it's like, okay, I'm just to a point where I'm tired of it. Okay, it's okay. You look good. Okay, let's move on. Just like my dude said, like Andrew Tate said, if you ain't getting nothing back, if people ain't coming back and giving you no attention back, just stop giving them so much attention. Maybe it can humble them, because it's a lot of people that need to be humbled right now. It's a lot of people that need to be humbled, and that will help. So let's move on with this.
Like, when's the last time you truly... I think that money buys freedom and freedom buys happiness. I think that the rich people of the world, the number one most intelligent thing they did was convince poor people that money isn't happiness. And I think they did that to prevent revolts. I'm not saying money is the only thing that can make someone happy. I'm not saying money alone will make you happy. But money is certainly a factor to happiness.
Yeah.
It's kind of, you agree, right? It's like water, right? Water won't make you happy. But if you have no water after a week, you need water. It's all you think about, right? It's the same deal. You can't go without it. So the rich people always say, money doesn't buy happiness, but do they ever give their money away?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So you give your money away?
I have a charity, which I own, which takes care of street dogs in Romania. So I rescue dogs.
That's really lovely.
Thank you. See, we're getting along now.
Yeah, that's really nice. See, look, it's much better.
That's
like,
right.
do charity work, glasses are off.
We're
It's
getting
like
there.
actually connecting with a real human.
I'm a real human.
You look really nice. Yeah, and you smell nice.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna stop that real quick. She's full of shit. Because first she was talking about, I hate this guy. Now she all up on him. Really? Anyway, and that's because she can't tell the difference between when he's being theatrical and when he's being serious. You got to understand that. This dude don't actually go around and walk into a room and smack chicks. He's not saying that. He's got so many good points. If you just listen and not judge people just on the basis of what they say, or on the outside what they say, just kind of dissect what they say. So let me push on with this.
yeah. Dressed up for you, of course.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see someone make the effort, you know?
Where I'm from,
So I'm the man.
sex in and of itself is boring. Any man who sits and says that sex is great or sex is fun She just clearly hasn't had enough sex, because sex is boring. Sex is a chore. Sex is like food. You don't really care unless you're really hungry, and then you eat, and then you don't care again. And it's one of those things you do every once in a while because it's an urge, but it's not a real big deal. Like every person needs food, and every person likes food.
Have you ever been in love?
Completely. But
It's not about having sex and making love.
yeah,
Different.
No. If you're in love, you might want sex more often. You might be hungry more often. My point is that if you're someone who goes through life and only talks about and cares about food, it's a bit weird. Same thing with sex. Sex is something that happens, and this happens between people who love each other, and it's a great thing. But it's not the be-all and end-all of life. It's really not that great. I don't think sex is the most stimulating and interesting thing in the world. Doesn't matter who the girl is. Doesn't matter if you love her or not. I don't think it's the greatest, best thing in the world. Any dude who's out here is like, wow, 2 pairs of tits. Just hasn't fucked very much. Who gives a shit?
Do you think you've overachieved so much already? This is why you're kind of like.
Jaded? No. I just think that men who are super interested in sex or sexual fantasies of these things are men who are semi-deprived. You have an abundance of food. If you have a fridge full of food all the time, you don't eat all the time. Sometimes you just don't want to. It's always there, right? Yeah. But if you're starving, as soon as food appears, you're all over it. It's the same with sex. Any dude is like, wow, threesome, okay, I need it. It's a guy who's deprived. A guy who has as much as he wants all the time ain't going to be really that interested in it.
So you're comparing women to food. Okay.
Correct.
What would you...
See, this is why she's stupid. This girl is completely stupid. I'm saying it. And I don't know if she's just doing this to... How the fuck did he compare women to food? He did not... You missed everything he just said. She just missed, and that's why he said correct. I'm not finna explain it. You stupid. I like his response because he could have been like, what? That ain't what I said. And then proceeded to explain it over. But instead of doing that, he was like, no, you stupid, and I'm not going to bother re-explaining that. That was clearly not what he said. But I think her comeback was to, oh, I'm going to put him in his place. Oh, you compare women to food. What the fuck did I just say? He used that as an analogy of getting something in excess. Getting something in excess meaning that it's not as, you don't trip off of it as much when you get it in excess. So he just used food as an analogy. He did not say women, he did not compare women to food. But she totally, see, that shows how dumb she is. She totally get the wrong point every time he give her a point. And he probably thinking, man, she dumb. Like, she kind of look good, you know, I might want to hit after the show, but I clearly don't respect her intelligence, because if I can't talk to you straight up, and you just, like, if I make points, intelligent points, and you just a little behind every time I make that point, I can't respect you. I can't really be, we ain't gonna have no good conversations. You know, I can still be attracted to you, and I can still want to mess with you. I can still want to smash, but honestly, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't have conversations with you, so I know it's not gonna last. So I just, stuff like that, just I can't believe I can't believe this, what she just said right there. That was like, if you didn't get what he said, then I don't know what to tell you. So I'm gonna push on, because there's more to this interview.
What would you do if I was going on girls' holidays every other month?
I'd have to shut that down. I think it's disrespectful.
Did you go on a lot of holidays?
I can do whatever I want.
We're not actually going to go there with this bullshit.
What do you mean bullshit?
Double standard shit. This man has so many double standards. Like, it actually doesn't make sense. I think he honestly believes, like, his own rubbish.
It's not double standards.
Yes, it is.
There's different standards.
But I'm saying, but if you're out every month doing this, doing that,
correct,
I'm going to do the same to keep myself entertained and occupied.
No.
Yes, what you think I'm going to wait at home for you?
Yes.
And just wait there and look like an idiot.
Yes.
They'll probably see you upload on Instagram. Here's this lifestyle to learn and see you with loads
you don't
of
look
women
like an
around
idiot.
you.
You
No.
look like a loyal woman, as you should. There's no way I would allow there's no way I would allow you to go on all these girls' holidays. That's very disrespectful. I'm a territorial man. That does not mean jealous or insecure. It means I care about you. Anything I care about, I want to protect and love. It doesn't matter how much you love me back. Doesn't matter if no man on earth could talk you into bed. It's not about that. It's about the disrespect.
So it's okay for you to disrespect me?
It's not disrespectful for me to go on holidays or go work with my boys. And
What
get
if
my
my
work done.
holidays are work trips?
No, they're
Like,
not. That's impossible. You're not running the world like I am. That's bullshit.
how do you know?
I know these things. Don't lie to me.
This is
See,
but you wouldn't.
I don't.
hold on. See, this is kind of this is what when he started to be theatrical, because I feel like I can tell he really don't believe everything he say. But it's cool because, like I said, he's just being theatrical. He's playing into the character. It's kind of like on wrestling. He's playing into that character. You know, like I'm going to rule the world. You know, stuff like that. Like, you know, because I can tell. I know people like this that he talks like when he's saying like, yeah, you know, you ain't like me. You ain't trying to rule the world or whatever. I don't think he actually believed that, but I believe that he knows what buttons that to press when people and she told me, you're not gonna start this double standard shit. See, this is where I'm not sure how much of this he really believes, but this is where somewhere I disagree. I believe that if you got a girl and she's yours, this is your girl, she can go out on a holiday or whatever. And as long as you take care of your stuff, you ain't got to worry about if she's gonna do something. So that's not the issue. But let's push on. It's more to this. It's more to this little. I guess this was a chat more than an interview.
Don't lie to me. It's absolutely disrespectful for a woman to be with a man and then want to run around with her girls and pretend she's still single. She shouldn't even want to. The fact she even asked to go in and of itself is disrespectful. I shouldn't have to tell her not to do that.
Listen, I will call all of my girls and go on a girls' holiday just to piss you off, mate. What if I went on holiday twice a year with the girls?
You wouldn't want to.
I definitely would.
No, you wouldn't. No, you're with me. You don't want to. We go on holidays together. We go places together. When I have to go places with just the boys, you stay home. If you're not going on girls' holidays, it's disrespectful. I find it disrespectful. It's like a slap in the face.
How is it?
Because why would you want to do that if you're with a man you love? You wouldn't want to do that. I shouldn't even have to tell you not to do that.
So you're going to have me just at home looking stupid whilst you're doing that
How
lifestyle?
do you look stupid?
No, but I'm saying if you're just going to go up and do lifestyle...
You're obsessed with people thinking you look stupid.
I'm obsessed with the double
people,
standard.
No, people will look at you and go, wow, she is a loyal wife.
But that's
who
for you and your
obeys,
ego. But this is for your... It's not about obeying.
Yeah, it is. She loves her man. She doesn't need to go on none of these girls' holidays to Ibiza, run around being a hoe. She's over all that shit.
How am I being a hoe? I think it could just be like women just go on holiday to have fun.
And men will try and sleep with you.
So? Doesn't mean the women are.
Correct.
This is what I'm saying. You
Agreed.
This
no, agreed.
No, but
agreed.
You have a warped reality.
It's not warped reality because we agree.
Yes, you do. Okay.
We agree.
Okay.
No, you're not moving on to the next question.
Yes, we are moving
no,
on.
we agree.
Okay.
We agree. You're right. They're going to try, and you're not going to let them. I agree. If I walk out to the car park, it doesn't matter how good the locks are on my car. If someone's trying to break into my car, am I going to let them keep trying? No. No. It's disrespectful. It's mine, and no one comes near it because it's mine. No one's going to try and steal it. For me to put it in a place where people are going to try and steal it is nothing less than irresponsible. My female is taken care of and has a fantastic life. She does not need to go on holidays to fucking Mykonos and be a hoe on some random table. Some random table because her friend met some dude on fucking Tinder. No. Stay home. Stay home.
Yeah, but it's not. But this is like, I feel like you're enabling to this whole like controlling and manipulating.
It's not controlling.
Yes, it is.
To say
yeah, but the way you just said it, yeah, with that kind of like
tenacity.
Yeah,
Tenacity.
like for me, it's just yeah.
It's not controlling to say to your woman,
okay,
if you want a holiday, we'll go. Yeah, the way I said it angered you because everything I say is deliberately designed to anger you.
It's you.
Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Exactly. He's trying to rile her up, and she's taking the bait because she's not smart enough to see through it. And I can tell. I seen a lot of his interviews, and a lot of his posts or whatever. I can tell when he's bullshitting. That's the tone. He takes that certain tone when he started to. It seems like he's grandstanding, and it's almost like a character he does. It's like a WWE character. And that is the tone he takes when he does that. And I'm telling you right now, he's bullshitting. I don't think that's true what he just said. But he was trying to get under her skin, so he started saying, "Oh, I'm gonna say." So if you pay attention to his, this is just the best moments because this was like an hour long. He was saying that he's going to try to get under the skin. He's going to say that I think he's BSing, man. Because, I mean, honestly, come on, dude. You say he want to be with... Cause I've seen other interviews with him, and he don't really talk like this. So I believe he's grandstanding, and he's trying to get under her skin. I just don't believe that what he's saying. I think he's, like I said, he's just being theatrical. Me personally, I feel like if you handle your shit right, your girl, she can go out with her other girls because you ain't got to worry about her cheating on you because, you know, you handling your shit right. You know, that to me, what he just said to me, it's kind of like a weakness of you scared she's going to, I mean, it was a good analogy with the locks on the car and all that stuff. But I mean, like, if I feel like my girl going to cheat when she away from me, then I don't need to be with her. I mean, that's pretty simple, you know. But yeah, so I think he's being theatrical and he's not being serious when he says this right here. When he said that, if I'm wrong, then okay, the dude is got issues there, but I don't believe he believed that. Like I said, I've heard other stuff he's in. He don't talk like that exactly. He talks like that. I'm telling you, he's talks like that when he's grandstanding and he's acting when the camera's on. But I can guarantee you he don't believe that. All right, let's move on.
So you have this power and control issue, and I feel like it's just mad.
It's
like,
not power
going
and
on
control.
holiday with your like girls going on holiday with their friends is not an unreasonable thing. It's a normal thing. Women should be able to do it.
In some relationships.
Okay.
But in my
okay,
relationship.
just not in this one.
Yeah,
okay,
correct.
cool. Receiving it.
Absolutely.
Not another one.
Don't, my dear, listen.
Oh, here he
it's
goes.
been a long evening, and it's been very enjoyable. Let's not start talking about how men and women are different again. You know, you're yes, I'm no. It's fine. We're opposites. Okay, it's how it should be. Women are supposed to do certain things that men can't do. Women are very talented, beautiful creatures. You can give life. We can't do that. It's fine. You can give head. We can't do that. This is not
give head,
the
we
G's.
can't do
I don't know who's out here doing this, but it ain't me. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of men out there who will do it.
Do you not want to please your woman though?
There's plenty of ways to please a woman without doing that.
That's a big factor. That's a good one sexually.
Maybe for you, I think that it's possible to please a woman without it.
Yeah, it can be.
Okay, so I don't think it's something that is conducive to a healthy relationship. It's not something I'm very interested in personally.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
Completely. If you have mental
So we need
health,
to, so we're not need.
So real quick, he said I don't give head. Like, okay, that's a personal choice. Whatever. I don't think he's saying, hey, you should not give head. That's just him. I think he might be lying on that too. I remember growing up, it was always the unpopular thing to say if you went down on a girl. You know, like when I grew up, you'd say, oh yeah, she go down on me, but I don't go down on her. That was always what you say. You know, I think as you get older and more mature, start being more comfortable with yourself and more comfortable with, you know, being with somebody and your body, their bodies, you start to, you know, be more open on what you're doing or whatever. But hygiene isn't very important. So, you know, if I didn't, that's the only thing that would dictate why I wouldn't, because of hygiene. Other than that, it's not a big deal. All right, let's push on.
We can't go player. Just validate men that have mental health issues.
absolutely.
Okay.
Men who have mental health issues, I wish them the best in the world.
Okay, great.
But when they come to me and say, and I get this all the time, Andrew, I have this problem, I'm depressed and I can't go to the gym. I say, no, I disagree. You're depressed because you don't go to the gym. If you go to the gym, you might start to feel better, right? I'm saying you can't sit as a man and afford the luxury of saying, I have a mental health issue today, I'm sad today, I'm stressed today, I'm emotional today, I can't work, because you will lose against the men who don't do that. And the male world is more competitive than you could possibly imagine. And it's the women who pick the winners. So I find it very interesting that a woman sits here to me and says, no, men are allowed to sit around and do fuck all and feel sad. And those are the men they ignore when they DM.
No.
Those are the men they ignore, they ignore them all.
No, actually, can I just chime in here? So, for example,
Before she rebuttal, I want to talk about what he just said. About now, I know he went viral because he said depression ain't real. Like, it was something he said. Now, the thing is, they take things out of context and then they blow it up and make it sound like somebody just said that. What he was trying to say, I remember when he said that, and what he was saying is, you can get depressed. It's about how you handle it, how you work through it. Everybody's now being more conscious of I'm about to say what's they called? I'm about to say mental disability, not mental disability. When you depressed and when you you're sad, your emotions. I'm losing I forget what the word I'm looking for. But the thing about stress and depression, they want to make excuses for you. And the thing is, in my position, I'm not going to have anybody that's going to help me. I'm not going to have anybody who's going to not just not help, but they're not going to feel sorry. They're not going to offer me advice. They're just going to tell me that tough luck. You got to deal with that yourself, and you have to learn how to deal with stressful situations, depression, by yourself. Even if you got a support group, you still got to learn how to deal with yourself, because you're not going to always have people around. And if you don't, you're just going to give in to it. Basically, I think he's saying is you can get depressed, he can get depressed, but he don't give in to it. Just be stronger. And you can say that's easy to say, but it comes with work. Just like, getting your body stronger, it comes with work. If you're not naturally strong, you can do things to build your strength. And that goes for mentally too, And that's what I take from what he's saying. And the fact that people just write it off and just say that what he's saying is rubbish, I really hate that, because I feel like that's real. You got to be stronger. Ain't nobody going to take care of you more than you, And the way I grew up, and the people I was, and still the people that I know or have to interact with, they're not going to hold my hand on nothing. And if I got a problem, if I'm depressed, they're going to tell me tough luck. They don't give a shit. They got their own problems. So it's all about mental strength where he's coming from, and I believe. And I think you need that. You got to have that to survive and to thrive. So I'm going to push on and see what's her rebuttal to it.
Well, everything you've said, you've possessed, you've proved your point, right? But as a high-value woman, if I respect and love my partner, I'm not putting that pressure. I would say, babe, do you know what? You can have a little rest. Like, there are women that actually enable men to process that emotion.
Agreed.
But yeah, so we'll still go back to tomorrow, okay.
Agreed.
Let's go back to work. But there are good women out there that don't put that pressure. I feel like your reality on women is warped because of a certain caliber of women. Yes, it is.
I agree. You're right. But you're missing a very vital point of that story. You're right. But as a high-value woman, before you say to that man, you can have a day off and you're allowed to be sad today, you will only even get with him. Let me change that. You will only even acknowledge he exists if he's ignored how he feels 99% of the time before that. Because if he was sad most of the time before that, he never would have got to a place where he could attract a woman like you. The man who works in Starbucks, who's sad all the time, you won't reply to him. Neither will any other female. So for women to come along and pretend they give a about the fact that most men are basically invisible. There is not a female on the planet who's invisible today. You can be a 4, overweight, fat, you'll still go to the club and get attention. 99% of the men go to the club and nobody even fucking talks to them. If they try and talk to a girl, they get blanked and ignored and told to Most men are absolutely and utterly invisible. This is the truth about masculinity, right? It's very easy for women to sit here and complain about the top 2% of men because I dealt with this guy, he's arrogant, blah, 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 blah. Most men don't even exist. They send 10,000 DMs and never even get read, let alone replied to. So if you just sit here and say, I'll get a G, a big G, a boss, a millionaire, and let him have a day off, very nice of you. I'm sure you would. But if a guy who wanted to have days off all the time, he never would have got important enough in the first place to attract a woman like you. And that is the reality. As a man, it's player versus player. It's ultimately competitive. And as a man, you have to outcompete the other men who are prepared to get up and do it anyway. That's how it works.
Facts. Man, he just ate her ass up. She ain't got nothing to say. And that was stupid. You know what, babe? You can have today off. Shut up. Shut up. I got shit to deal with. I got shit to deal with. And I'm going to tell you like this. He's spitting straight facts because the women are the first people to tell you you ain't shit when you say, oh, I couldn't deal with this today. Or I can't. They the first people to tell you ain't shit. Now you telling me you hate dudes that's mentally tough enough to deal with the stress and still come out on top? Come on, man, be for real. I get tired of this shit, man. It gets get to a point, women contradict themselves so much, you know, because I'm telling you, in my experience, the first person that telling you ain't shit because you can't do something is a woman that I deal with. And I'm talking about just like, and we talking about toxic masculinity. A lot of it comes from them. They always the one telling you that you weak, you know, if you couldn't do something, you weak or whatever. And I'm looking like, ain't that toxic? Because they are putting you in a position where you think you got to do it or else, and that comes from females. So what are we doing here? Apples to oranges. So let me push on, man. I'm finish this.
There's no such thing as saying, I'm sad, I need 2 weeks off. Not as a man if you want to be important. Maybe as a chick, you can always put more foundation on and be hot again. Great. Not as a man. If you want to be important as a man, you have shit to do. You have duties. This is how it exists. This is how it's always been.
Just imagine, in these scenarios, we are together. Okay. What would you do if I wanted to start an OnlyFans?
I don't think there's anything intrinsically wrong with women doing OnlyFans, as long as I had influence and control over it.
What do you mean? Doing a video photographer and get the angles, yeah?
No.
Get the
I'm not doing any real work, but just like taking all the money.
Taking on. I'm sorry. He said that shit so. He said not doing real work, just taking all the money. He's for real when he said that. Hey, look at this face she made. All right, let me finish seeing what he was saying behind that.
If my chick said, I want to do OnlyFans, I'm like, all right, then cool, go do it. How much you made? 10 grand. All right, give me 8. All right, cool. All right.
Why would, what
Give me
woman
8.
is going to give you 8 grand?
Because you're my woman, you're doing OnlyFans. You're selling my product. What the fuck?
Your product.
What the fuck?
Yes,
I
correct.
mean, it's not
Next
your
question.
possession. No. Product. Like, do you own me? No, sorry. Like, your ego is a bit too big. You don't own me. I'm not a product. I'm not an object. Okay, Mr. Tate?
I'm just answering it.
I don't know if you're being serious.
I'm totally serious. How would I let my chick do OnlyFans and keep all the money? That's disrespectful.
What woman is ever going to give you that?
Then she better not do OnlyFans. Duh.
Duh. She's not gonna do OnlyFans. Duh. Again, I think he's being a little theatrical, but if you know about his history, he had like a webcam business, and he kind of had like a lot of women that worked for him that did the little webcam, whatever. It's kind of like a manager. He's like, I guess he kind of like saying like, if you want to do OnlyFans, you can. I'm like your manager. In other words, pimp. I'm like your manager. I'm gonna make sure you. But he said I ain't gonna even do no work. I think he being a little theatrical here. It is funny. I don't. Yeah. He actually got kind of some points though. Like if my actual wife want to do OnlyFans, and we work together, then you know what I'm saying. And I've seen that where a woman do like kind of like they got there like with stripping. Sometimes a dude have his wife strip, and you know she give him the money. He take care of whatever, and he give her allowance or something like that. It's like that happens. You know those relationships are out there. But if you want to do OnlyFans, best thing to do is break up with the dude because I can't see my wife doing OnlyFans and I'm not getting nothing, and I'm just some dude that's there. Like, come on. All right, let's move on. It's almost done.
Oh my God.
That upset her, didn't it? It upset her to say that you're mine, and if you're mine and men want to pay for it, then the money is mine. But that's the basic dynamic of a relationship. You're mine. So if you want to sell what is mine, that's fine, but I need to get paid.
What would you do if I couldn't cook?
Shouldn't fucking
Why
talk
are
to a
you
bunch of
shouting?
dudes.
Why are you shouting?
It's important for the mic.
No,
It's
it's not. Because Joe
And that's it.
important.
That's all I've said. And you're saying I got crazy views.
But don't they say like the loudest person in the room is the weakest?
Oh, my week now.
No, but I'm just saying, don't people say that?
Let's have an
like,
arm
if this is, I'm not
Let's
doing
have an
that.
arm
Come
rest.
on, I want to see
doing
it.
that.
Come on.
No.
You look strong.
Look, I'm a nice
looks
feminine
strong.
lady
You
that
do
doesn't
arm
like to
wrestles.
do these activities, okay? Invite other people into our sex life.
Obviously, I'm going to ask if it's boys or girls. But even then, even if it was girls, it'd be weird. I think it'd be a bit strange. If I had a girlfriend and she said, I really want you to f this chick, I'd be like, this is not the normal feminine mindset. You must not like me. And it would just seem odd to me. Something would be up.
I'm really surprised by that answer. I don't know why. I feel like you'd be the type of person that would want loads of threesomes and stuff.
If you're a
It was a lot more to that, but that's all I got. And that's enough. It's a lot. This video went on a little long. But yeah, I might have to break this up. But yeah, I really like the stuff he was saying. But as I said earlier, he's being a little theatrical. He is he's being theatrical, and he's making up. He's trying to make her feel uncomfortable by saying certain stuff, and she's not smart enough to see through that. If I was sitting there, I could tell you, like, man, this dude ain't serious when he say that. And I could tell, like I said before, I can tell when he's not being serious because he do this certain tone he does, and it's almost like The Rock did when he's played The Rock, when he was the heel, the way The Rock used to talk, he's kind of take that, that tone, and that is him grandstanding and being theatrical and acting, and then he'll bring it down and say a real good point. So he's throwing in real facts with theatrics, and I think people just ain't noticing the difference, and that's on them, because when I watch him talk, I'm entertained by his theatrics, but I'm also educated by his facts, his good facts, and his knowledge. So be smart enough just to be entertained by the theatrics and educated by the knowledge. So that's how I feel about Andrew Tate. I like hearing about the guy. I know he got like a little school where he teach people kind of. I think it's more. I saw some reviews on it. It's called Hustles University, and he kind of teach people how to invest their money. It's more like stock market based things. I seen some reviews on it. A lot of people say it was good. They made some money doing it. I think if you don't have any knowledge on how to invest your money in stocks and all that, it really will help. I think it's more for the beginners, and it's not even expensive. It's like $50 a month, I think, which is affordable considering the other people that's teaching you how to make money. They charge you arm and leg, man. I didn't see a lot of them that'd be like $200, $250 a month. A one-time fee of $5,000. I'm like, man, I don't have that. I don't have that right now. I do have that, but I don't have that to spend on that unless I'm guaranteed to make this. I mean, it is a gamble. So $50 a month is actually affordable, and if you get what you want out of it, I think that's a bargain, honestly. Considering the other thing, because you pay that for cable, shit. You might as well learn something. But yeah, I like watching the dude. And one thing I'm gonna show, she got a response to this, and I really don't like. I think I might do a separate video on her response. I really don't like what she said, but after watching this video, I see why she said what she said, because she ain't smart enough to know the difference between his theatrics and his actual knowledge. And, and I'm not trying to do a stereotype on beautiful women and say, oh, beautiful women ain't smart. I'm not trying to do that. But I just noticed that a lot of beautiful women, not saying they're not smart, it's just they don't need to use their intelligence because they so good looking. Everybody just, everybody. If she drops something, you got 5 dudes gonna run and pick it up. It's like after so much of that, they get to a point where they don't try. They don't think for themselves because, I just call somebody there to take care of it. So say if my car break down, side of the highway, I got my hood up, I'm looking at it. People gonna just zoom, drive right by. Somebody might stop, but her car break down and she look at it. You gonna have about, hey, I fix that for you. I'll buy you another one. So, they just get used to that lifestyle. I just, she ain't like, she don't seem like she's low intelligence, but she's missing every good point that he give, and it's funny how he notice it and he don't respond, like he don't try to engage, which I really like when he do that, because that's part of their tactics too, where they take something you say out of context. So you can say something and you can use an example, and they'll take part of the example that sound weird and just focus on that and make it seem like you just said that. Media do that too. And he's like, yeah, sure. Meaning that I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to take that bait. And I respect that. I really respect how he handled that. But yeah, I might do a separate video about her not reaction, her, what she said later after this. It basically she was just saying dudes are delusional. There'll never be no rich and high value man. Blah blah blah. Anywho, yeah, he ate her ass up, and I really feel like he really won the discussion. Like if they was trying to make points, I think he got his points across more. Now, I didn't agree with everything he said, but like I said, a lot of it was for theatrics and was just to entertain, and I could tell the difference. That's a problem. You got to be able to tell the difference. So, all right, I'm going to be out of here. I know this went a little long. I didn't mean to go that long. So thanks for checking out the video, and please subscribe to the channel. Trying to hit to that 1,000, so please help me get to that 1,000, and give us a thumbs up and all that, so I can get this YouTube channel going, and or I can keep it going. All right, so I'm out here. Appreciate anybody for checking me out. Peace.